Okay, alright. Sorry about the little shake in the beginning, but you probably didn't even notice. Okay, alright, so, to be honest, I kind of was interested in the trailers a little bit. Like, when I saw the trailers, I thought, oh, okay, this could probably be pretty good, maybe. I don't know, but I never really got the idea that it was a musical, and to be honest, I think today was the day I found out it was a musical. I think someone told me, and I think several people told me, and I think I forgot who it was that first told me, but, like, I just thought it was about, like, I didn't think there'd be that much music. I thought it was about the circus, and I didn't think there was that much music in this circus. Like, I thought it was a bunch of different acts and stuff, and so I was like, that's pretty interesting. And then it's about P.T. Barnum, and I really like that. I really like the animal crackers, too. I think I ate those a lot as a kid, maybe? I don't know. But yeah, so I was like, okay, so I thought that's what it was going to be, and, last I checked, it was at like a 51, which, I could like that, but I might not. But then someone told me it was a musical, so I was like, oh, okay, but I was so fine with seeing it, plus I trying to just see everything I get, because why not? I can see it for free, so. Yeah, so anyway, yeah, so I was kind of interested in this, and then I found out it was a musical. That lessened it a little bit, because I'm not a huge fan of musicals. I do like some, though. Like, for instance, the South Park movie is a musical. You probably didn't know that, unless you've seen it. I really like that one, so, right there, that's an example right there. I think there's a couple others. I don't like La La Land, sorry. If you want to leave this review, I gave this a 5 out of 10. Because if you don't want to hear anything else I have to say, I'll just get the rating in real quick. But it was in the description anyway, so you don't even have to watch the rest of this. But yeah, so anyways, yeah, it's not that good, but I see why it has a high user rating, because I do think it's going to be a crowd pleaser. Now, I did have quite a bit of a crowd, to be honest. There was someone next to me getting tickets for this movie, and then there were like several people in front of us that were going to the same movie, and then we got in there. There was actually kind of a crap ton of people, and so I was like, "What, really?" Because, like, I don't know, we got so many of the new releases, and I just figured this would be the last one, but apparently not, or maybe they've just already seen everything else, and this was the next thing to go to. Maybe they all have Movie Pass. I don't know, but anyways, so I don't know if the crowd didn't really react to it. There weren't really any responses to the music or the comedy or there was an action scene. No real crowd response to anything. But yeah, so I think it's going to be a real crowd pleaser, because it's got a very predictable story. The editing is awful. The pacing is awful. I mean, but then it's also good because it goes really fast, but, like, there's no, like, hey, I want to do this, and then boom, it just cuts to them doing it with every time. There's really no breathing time. They don't move through things, and I don't even want it to be slowly, but just at any kind of pace. It's just like, we're gonna, they don't say, I don't think they say this, but they're like, we're gonna do a show, and then boom, it cuts to them doing the show. And there's a lot that are like that, where, like, they say they're going to do something, you're like, okay, we're going to, at the very least, see a montage, and then you don't even get that. It's just, boom, it starts. What really frustrated me, though, was the one at the end that did that. Something pretty major happened. I mean, not major, but, like, for the movie. And I was like, okay. And I figured there was still some time, but then all of a sudden it cuts. They already did all that. It's probably months ahead. It didn't say months, though. And it's the end, and that's like the last scene, and they're playing a song, obviously, because I'll get to that in a second. And then it just ended, and I was like, that was it. Yeah, so, but anyway, so then, but none of that really matters, because most of this is just like a little bit of something to set up the song, a little bit of something, and then a song, a little bit of something, then a song. There's not much that isn't a song. And it's not that good, and I think they just didn't put that much effort into it, because they seem to put quite a bit of effort into the songs, at least the visuals of it. I mean, I might not have liked all the songs, but and it's not just me. I think there's quite a few that are just kind of, they're okay, they're kind of generic, but yeah, so as far as songs that you're gonna like, obviously, the ones that you heard in the trailers, I think there were 2 or 3, but the one that I think of for this movie is This Is Me. This is me. Oh, so, like, I heard that in one of the trailers a lot. I personally, I think that's a pretty good song. I may not like it that much, but I do think that it's a good song. I think it's probably their best. It doesn't have the best. It's not in the song that played over the best scene, so I think that scene's really good. I don't necessarily know that the song is better, but I like the scene more. And I like how the scene incorporated into the song and the movie itself. That was one of the best scenes because it really felt like they were musicalizing a conversation and not just putting a song in and and just making it fit. But yeah, so I'm gonna try not to make this go much longer. I think that it's very fast paced. There's really no breather time. It's like they say they're gonna do something, and then it cuts to them having art starting to do it. It's very choppily edited because of that. There's a lot of songs that are okay. The performances are fine. There's not a lot of character moments though. You don't really get to have the characters developed or care about them much. There was also a thing that happened in a relationship that it happened, and then the next scene with that person, it was fixed, and I was like, "Are you joking?" I mean, there was a little bit of time in between, so you could think that they had some time apart, but there's like one scene, it happens, and then the very next scene that we see them in, which was a little bit of time, it's fixed, and I was just like, "What?" But yeah, so overall, it's not that good of a movie, and I don't think it's that good of a movie, but I think I enjoyed it enough, and I think people in general will. But you just got to know that you're really just getting into basically a little bit of crap and then a song, a little bit of crap and then a song. So really, it's going to depend upon whether or not you like the songs. But yeah, so for me, that was okay. It's not a good movie, but it's enjoyable enough, and I'd give it a 5 out of 10 because it's all right. I don't really want to watch it again, but I guess I would. It's also got not a stacked cast, but there's several big names in here. Yeah, so, yeah, okay, so that's it. Thanks for watching. Press that like button if you liked the video. Press that subscribe button if you liked me. Comment below. Have you seen this video? What you think about it? Got a good video hopefully coming out in a couple days, and then couple more reviews coming. I know that I'm getting Pitch Perfect 3 on Thursday, or I mean I have that scheduled. I don't know if it's gonna, I mean I'm pretty sure it's gonna happen, but I can't for sure say that it will, but that at least has a schedule. And then I'll be seeing Father Figures at some point, and All the Money in the World at some point, which also has Michelle Williams from Manchester by the Sea. I mean, she's from in this, but that's another thing that she was just recently in that she was really good in, by the way. And that's just a really good movie, but you probably knew that because it was nominated for Best Picture. But anyway, so yeah, that's all I got though. I didn't get Phantom Thread, or was there something else I missed? I don't know. But yeah, so I've got 3 more movies I'll be seeing within the next week, probably, maybe a little over, but I want to try to get them all in before the end of the year, because then if I don't, then I think there's probably really no point, because then it wouldn't make my top 10. Unless I wanted to make my top 10 after the 31st, which I don't really want to. But I guess if I really thought I needed to see one of those movies, I've seen everything I want to see this year except The Disaster Artist. I mean, there's other things I want to see, but that I think will make the top or bottom list. But so I wouldn't probably wait for those. I mean, Father Figures, maybe All the Money in the World if I don't get that in time, and then not Pitch Perfect 3, but like I said, I have that scheduled for sure. But yeah, so that's that. This is for sure it. Once again, thanks for watching, and I'll see you in my next video. Bye.